Welcome to Radiant Living, Inspiring Humanity to Thrive. This is Marisa B, and today I have Lorraine Cucci, RN, Integrative Therapist, Certified Reflexologist, and all around wonderful body worker, intuitive medical reader. And I'm so happy to have her here today. I thank you for coming, Lorraine. Sorry we got off to a little bit of a bad start, but at least today I said my name. So you have to excuse me because I'm late to come to the filming, but thank you for coming today. I so appreciate it. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've been doing? I know, of course, you've been an RN for many, many years.
Sure.
But I really what I wanted to know is how did you come to integrate alternative therapies? That's really the big question.
Okay, great. Well, I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you so much, Marissa, for inviting me. And I'm happy to share my story. So I've been an RN for several decades. And what happened to me, what happened to many people who live in the Hudson Valley area, I got Lyme disease and I got it twice. And the second time was really bad. And I was being treated by a Lyme literate doctor, two of them actually, the first one and then a second one. And then I realized, I need to figure out how to make myself feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And, antibiotics are great, but they have limitations. So I had a friend who did Reiki on me. Then I was looking into other alternative therapies. I was utilizing acupuncture, herbal medicine. Long story short, I recovered, thank God, within 3.5 years. And
Oh,
then I
wow.
realized, there's more out there for me than just being a nurse and doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I had an interest. I had a desire to learn more. So the first step was into Reiki. I became attuned to Reiki, and then I realized, let me check out reflexology because the opportunity came, presented itself, and I studied for 2 years, and I became a certified reflexologist. And then with that, I started practicing part time, still working full time at my job. And then I realized there's more out there for me. So I kind of like moved on to the next thing, which was the intuitive reading. And I connected the dots and I started doing more of that. I also was presented with an integrative healthcare program with Dr. Andrew Weil. And I did that for about 6, 8 months. And then I just keep learning. I love to learn. I love to find out what else is out there that people can heal with, I can heal with. It's all about energy. So it's actually learning about how the energy can be utilized and we can heal by it.
Well, I love the fact that you use, of course, your experience as an RN, you're a licensed RN. You've had to go to school. That's a lot of years, a lot, and you worked a lot of years hands-on. And so I like how you've integrated everything. So it isn't that you negate Western medicine, but you're including it all together.
Yes.
Getting the whole picture of the person. That's what I
Yes.
really like. And, I understand that Western medicine has its place and the diagnostic level is fantastic. I mean, we can't deny the diagnostic tools that are there, but taking medication does have its side effects. And something like Lyme, which I know that in this particular area, because I'm also in the New York area, it's severe. It's severe. And many, many people have been sick with it and didn't even know what they had. And for a long time, the doctors didn't even know what it was or couldn't properly diagnose it. So,
Right.
and now you said 3 years that you were battling it extensively. Before you try to get yourself well. I like how it was a healing journey for yourself first because you had to get yourself well.
Yes. Yeah. And it was, touch and go there for a while because going through the Lyme, you feel all the effects of it. You feel the tiredness, you feel the depression, you feel, am I ever going to get better? And I can empathize a lot with people who come to see me and they talk about, how they have battled Lyme or they're going through Lyme. So I definitely can empathize and understand the effects of everything that they're going through.
And I know that, well, you're kind of like an expert in that field in this area, because not only that you had it, but I know, for example, you've written articles online, and I know that you post a lot, if I'm not mistaken. You post a lot. I think I saw recently one of your posts about the level of Lyme disease that's attacking people this past spring. In the tri-state area, at least our tri-state area of New York. So I know that you're really on top of all of that.
Yes.
Do you find any particular modalities that you like better? Do you include them all for clients? How do you work with the different modalities for them, in addition to, of course, the traditional nursing that you do?
Yeah, so most people who come to see me, they're curious. Some people specifically want reflexology. They know about it, they've heard about it, or they've had it, and then they say, yeah, reflexology, it relaxes me. I feel great afterwards, etc. So that's like the big ticket item for me. The second one that a lot of people like or come to me for is the Reiki. And the third one is the medical intuitive work. So those are the top three that actually are, the number one hits.
Mm-hmm. And how I'm assuming you ask them really what they want, because
Yes.
if they come and they're trying one thing, but you really have to get to the crux of what it is that they have. I mean,
Exactly.
reflexology, yes, people may try it, like you said. They've either heard of it or they've tried it somewhere else. They want to get it again. But I'm sure that people that aren't feeling well, at some point, they probably don't even know what they want to try, or they're probably looking for some relief any way they can get it.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I have some clients, one client in particular, she's been to see me for years. She comes because she loves it. She just loves how she feels afterwards. And she said, I could stay here and fall asleep and not get up. So
Yeah.
I'm like, go right ahead.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
some people I've treated for pain. Some people I've treated, for detox, because it's a great detox modality.
mhm.
It's like, essentially any points you work, like acupuncture, like massage, it's a detox.
Mhm. And I'm assuming, sure. And people that aren't feeling well, they're looking for any
Mhm.
kind of relief.
Yeah.
So they're thrilled to get the relief. Especially, you said you're one client that's been coming for years that feels so great about it. And
Mhm.
um, do you have a preference yourself? Because you said you've tried acupuncture, especially when you were ill. You've tried acupuncture. Um, you had gone for reflexology. Do
Mhm.
you prefer one yourself? Uh,
Um, I enjoy immensely Reiki, and I enjoy immensely the reflexology. Those are my
mhm,
two top ones that I enjoy immensely. I also love acupuncture. I mean, I've gone for acupuncture for years
mhm,
myself, and some acupuncturists are really amazing. You don't feel, when they
mhm,
insert the needle, but some, I don't know, some hurt you.
mm, mm.
So it depends who you go see. But the Reiki and the reflexology are my two top favorites.
And do you have more clients that come for that?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And can
Those
you
are my
explain
Yeah,
now? Do
those
you
are
do?
my two top healing modalities.
Mm. And I know a little bit about reflexology. Um, can you tell me a little bit more about it? I mean, I know that there's reflexology for your hands, for your feet, and I think even your ears, correct? I
Yes,
believe.
yes. So there's reflexology on your feet, on your hands, on your face.
Oh.
On your ears, yes. So you work points on those parts of your body, and each point is connected to a part on your body. So specifically, for instance, I've done a couple of reels on your solar reflex point, with solar plexus reflex point, which is actually right here. And it correlates to your solar plexus on your body, which is, everyone's pretty much familiar with your solar plexus, which is in the middle of your rib cage. And this particular point, which is also on your feet, if you press and rotate, that will instantly calm you and relax you. So that's a very important point to remember.
Either palm, either hand?
Yeah, either palm.
Either hand. Oh,
yeah,
really?
Either palm, yeah. So, you have points for your sinuses, your big toes are points for your sinuses here. You also have on the sides of your foot, on the sides of your hand, you have your spine. It correlates to your spine. So every spot correlates to a point inside of your body. So it's, that's how it's mapped out.
I would assume you have a lot of clients during allergy season, because
not that many, really.
I'm surprised, because I would think that people, especially for sinuses, that people would be looking for some sort of relief.
Yeah.
I just go by, I go by friends of mine that say, oh my gosh, the pollen count. And so I'm thinking that would be something that they would think, to go get I might have to suggest it to them, because if they're saying, oh my gosh, the pollen count, perhaps they actually need, I didn't even know that there was reflexology on the face. See, you learn something new every day.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that's wonderful. I may have to try that myself. I mean, I wonder if it gets rid of the wrinkles. Wouldn't that be lovely? Would that it could do that, huh?
Well, believe it or not, I've read, not that I've actually had it done to me, but I've read where people who do the reflexology on the face, the result of the person shows less wrinkles. But I think it's only a temporary thing. I don't think it's like a permanent thing.
Yeah. Right. But I mean, I would assume the relaxation and the pressure points, that you are relaxing more of that tension in the face and so forth.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, when it does happen, I'll be the first online. The first online to get it done. Like I said, would that could work. But I'm going to have to try that, the reflexology on the face. So, I didn't even know that was something. And I know the hands themselves, I knew that they did the reflexology on the hands, but I'm assuming that does that cover the same parts of the body?
Yes,
is it identical to the feet? So it's the same map. It's the same principle as the map.
Absolutely. I mean, some people prefer hands for whatever reason. They'll say, oh, I'm too ticklish. Oh, I don't, or they have an infection on their feet. And you don't want to go there if someone's got an infection on their feet. And that's one of the first questions I ask people who are coming to see me for the first time. I said, do you have any active infections on your feet? We'll defer to the hands. And, most people are like very, okay, sure, no problem. But yeah, same points, exactly.
Oh, that's wonderful. What I do want to know is a little bit about Reiki. I actually am a Reiki master also. And recently I was at a symposium and we were talking with a group of people about Reiki. And I was surprised to hear that many people still didn't understand what it was about. Can you explain a little bit about Reiki? I know you say you have clients, you're a Reiki master and you have clients. And so if you could explain a little bit.
Yeah, sure. So it's guided energy. That's essentially what it is. So one of the prereqs to actually perform Reiki is to get attuned to the symbols. Okay. And as you know, there are symbols that we utilize when we do Reiki. So it's learning the symbols. You get attuned by a Reiki teacher. And it's it's quite interesting because when I became attuned to the first level, uh, when that happened, I thought I had water being poured on my head.
Mm,
So that's what I envisioned, and that's what I felt. It was like, but really, there wasn't any water, but that's what it felt like. And literally, my crown just opened up. It was like, whoa. And that's how, one of the things that happened to me with the connecting with energy and picking up people's energy,
mhm,
that kind of was the segue into my doing the medical intuitive work. So, but yeah, it's an amazing ability to utilize this energy over people and actually work on their chakras
mhm,
and various body parts and actually open up or clear energy. So when people say to me, I'm having issues, I feel
mhm,
blocked, I feel like my throat is blocked, or I
mhm,
can't think, or I can't, connect to my my higher self,
mhm,
what's a good thing for me to do, or how can I help myself? Reiki is a great
mhm.
modality to open up chakras.
I mean, as a Reiki practitioner, uh, I find it difficult always to find someone that I can get Reiki from.
Oh, anytime.
Yeah. Oh, thank
Anytime you
you. Thank
want.
you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because I had a fabulous person, but then they moved and moved too far. Otherwise, I would have traveled.
Mhm.
But I think because, like any practitioner, well, I'm actually a psychotherapist um, and I'm never insulted when people don't want to come to me because, I'm not for everyone. So even other practitioners, even in the healing arts, not everyone is for everyone, so that does happen sometimes. I mean, I'm the kind of person, I go around trying everybody.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with
I
you.
try everybody, I
Sure.
try them and give them the opportunity, and I just seem to have the luck where they all move. I had a wonderful massage therapist, and she moved too far for me to travel, way too far for me to travel.
Yeah.
And so but that seems to happen to me all the time. But I feel that even practitioners um need to have healing on them, even
Yes.
like psychotherapists. I mean, we have extensive therapy ourselves, especially in the beginning with our training. I mean, you have to have it yourself, and then you need to fine tune things as well every once in a while. So that's how I feel with even the healing arts, that you have to go and get yourself treatments on a regular basis, even
Oh,
with
yeah.
coaching as well. I mean, the same thing with coaching. uh who doesn't want someone to be in their corner all the time? Who
Exactly.
whatever you're working through, because there are coaches that deal with many different kinds of things, many different specialties. So uh you have to try everybody out, and see who
Exactly.
works well with you.
Yeah.
But can you tell me a little bit about the intuitive medical? I mean, I know that its background is based in science, of course, because of the extensive training that you have.
Hmm.
But what what would a prospective client come to you for, or do they even know what they're coming to you for, or are they just in pain and need help?
Yeah, so a lot of the people that I see, they're having issues with their health.
Mhm.
They can't seem to find an answer as to why they're feeling a certain way or they're exhibiting certain symptoms. They've tried treatments, Western medical treatments, not working. So that's one scenario. Or they're spiritually or emotionally out of sync, or not, you know, what's going on with me? Why am I having all these issues with my love life? Or why can't I get along with X, Y, and Z?
Mhm.
Or why am I always so negative all the time and not, being grateful more. So it could range from the various spectrum. And honestly, one of the things when I tell people that come to me, I said, I can't diagnose you. I'm not a doctor, but I would never do that. I know there are some intuitives out there that oh, you have a heart issue or you have a bladder issue. I mean, honestly, that's out of my realm. But the thing about this is I connect with your energy and then I get channeled messages. So that piece of it is where I'm working with your guides, your angels, any benevolent being that comes through, and also my entourage. And, we're working together to give you what you need to hear and what you should really be focusing on. And I tell anybody that comes to me, I said, listen, we all have free will. This is information that's coming from your energy field, from you, and it's specific to you. So you can either understand it and move forward with it, or, not do anything at all and then continue to feel the same way. So most people, I'll tell you 9 times out of 10, and there's a few, 1 or 2, they will walk away and say, wow, everything you've said to me was spot on. And you made me realize I need to go there, or I need to focus on that path, or, I need to focus more on X, Y, or Z. So it's a real soul searching, a deep soul searching. And sometimes there's a little bit of past life that comes up too. Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's a lot like having a therapy session. It really is, because we get into a lot sometimes. I mean, sometimes I'm really surprised at what comes up with people, and they're surprised.
And I'm sure, right. Sometimes they don't. It's maybe even unconscious that comes up for them. And do you find that a lot of times what they think it is, it's really not? Because I'm assuming maybe clients come with some sort of maybe because they've heard from other types of practitioners, whether it's Western medicine or not. Maybe they've heard from other types of practitioners. For example, you have X, Y, and Z, and then they really come and they find out it's really not that. It's something completely different. Does that happen often?
Yeah. Some people come to me and they say, I've seen psychics, or I've seen or I went to see a medium, or, so they're thinking along the lines of maybe that's what they're going to get. But, I always say to them, I'm not a psychic. I'm a little psychic, yeah, but I'm not a medium either. I said, this is connections I make strictly with your energy, who you are, and, and that's it.
Right. And that's how you deal with them.
Yeah.
And so what have you been doing lately? What's like the next plan for you? I know that oftentimes you are at different locations. I know that you've done a lot of talks in different locations. You've done a lot of workshops. Where can people get information about what you're doing? And I mean, I know you have a website. I can drop it in the comments and so forth, but I know that you also have different workshops that you do. I know you do a lot of reels, and I know that during the pandemic, you actually had courses online that you were doing live classes.
So you can check me out at Healing Path to Health. That's my Instagram. I do a lot of different videos, reels on Instagram. My next workshop that I'll be doing is this Saturday, May 20th, at the Crystal Essence Shop in Great Barrington, Massachusetts.
It's a lovely shop. Yeah, it's a pretty shop. Yeah, it's pretty shop. Pretty area, very pretty area.
Oh, I love it there. And I go there once a month and I do readings there by appointment. And I'm doing an introduction to chakra class. And I'll be talking about what chakras are, how they originated, where they're located. I'm going to focus on the 7 main chakras. I'm going to go into depth,
Oh,
how,
nice.
what they do.
Hmm.
How can you tell if your chakra is imbalanced, how you
Hmm.
can balance it. I'm also going to show people how to use a pendulum.
Oh, nice.
And I'm also going to, try and get people to learn how to read auras. So it's going to be a really
Huh.
nice workshop.
And that's
And
going to be up in Great Barrington,
yeah,
Massachusetts.
this
Oh, nice.
Saturday. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So what I'd like to do what I'm hoping to do is do more workshops, even locally.
Hmm.
Uh, Kind of like do and I've talked about with a friend of mine. She's also a Reiki Master, IET, and she does other things. But um, it's interesting. We just recently talked about we're going to get together and hopefully maybe set up a series of workshops
Oh,
locally
nice.
where we can talk about different topics. Yeah, and
Oh,
educate
that's lovely.
people.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's lovely. And of
yeah,
course, you have a private practice too,
yes, yes,
right? You have a private practice as well. And I'm assuming that people can get all that information on your website.
correct. Yes, healing
And
path to health. Yes,
yes. Oh, I definitely will put it in the comments. I definitely put it down
great.
there. Now, there is one thing. Do you do animal Reiki?
I've never really done it, but I could. Reiki is Reiki.
Right.
You can do it on humans. You can do it on animals.
Right. So I know some people specialize in the animal, kind of
Yeah.
like even equine therapy and the animal Reiki. I was just wondering if that was something that you do also. But like you said, it's the energy healing. So it could be done
Hmm.
on people as well as animals. And then I would I'm going to have to try to get your Instagram information too, because I'm assuming that people can get any kind of workshops that you may be doing from there as well.
Yep.
Uh,
It's at Healing Path to Health. Yes.
That's the same as that's on the Instagram as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
I'll put that all down in the comments, and then this way, if people want to get a hold of you, um, to see what you're doing and to find out when you're available for
Hmm.
appointments,
Yep.
especially anybody that's listening locally and that wants to try any of the things out. But I really
Sure.
so appreciate that you have taken the time to come here and to talk about all of these subjects with
Yeah.
me
No,
because
and if they, people interested in the medical intuitive treatments, I do that via Zoom,
mhm,
via telephone. I was doing that during the pandemic.
mhm.
So yeah, that's the one thing that or even they want some um a wellness consultation, I could do that via Zoom.
Mm-hmm. No, that's nice. And then, well, they can make an appointment with you. You have the
Yes.
calendar, I'm assuming, for them to make an appointment with you
Well,
to do all of that.
yeah, they would have to contact me directly.
Okay. So
Yeah.
then I definitely will drop all the information in there. But again, I thank you so much for coming on. I so appreciate it. You
Oh,
taking the time to come and explain everything to us. And hopefully you could come back on again. Let us know what you're
absolutely.
doing, or actually
Absolutely.
even talk about one of the workshops. That would be great, like the chakras. I mean, that could be that's a whole time. I mean, we're just touching the surface on here and there, and you could be speaking about Reiki for an entire hour. You could be speaking for medical intuitive. That'd take more than an hour of
Mhm.
programming. So likewise with chakras. I mean, there are whole courses, there are master classes, there are courses, classes all on that. So I know you're busy, and I know that it would be lovely for you to come back. And I wish I
Yeah.
knew it was sooner. I would. So the chakras is only the one time that you're doing. I wish I would have known. I would have definitely
Well,
done the workshop if I had it.
well,
And
it will be. I'll do it again because when they were taking calls at the shop for me, people were saying, "Oh, I'd love to
it would
take it,
be
but I can't make it that day."
right.
Whatever. So I'll do it again. I'll do it
Oh,
again.
so that'll be wonderful. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind uh
Yeah.
going myself, so that would be great. But again, I thank you so much. I so appreciate that you
Well,
were
thank you,
here.
Marissa.
And
I love chatting with you, and I love chatting about what I love to do. And anytime, just give me
yeah.
a holler.
Oh, that's wonderful. I thank you again. And I will actually see you soon.
Yes.
I will actually physically see you soon, not just on Zoom, but I will physically see you soon. And in the meantime, have a wonderful evening. And
You too.
thank you again.